No, but no, you can't survive in the
We're
desert
Project
like I
Truth
can.
out
You're
here
not
at
made shit.
San Francisco
You
State
don't come from
University.
shit. I come from
We're
fucking
here with the
slaves.
GAP Project
I
and
can
Center for
survive that
Bioethical
shit. You
Reform.
can't survive
We've got
that
a
shit.
bunch of students, a
You
lot of
can't
action.
survive the circumstances
Let's
that
go
you
see if we can
establish
find somebody to
everybody
talk
else.
to who will have
You
some
can't
civil
even
dialogue. We've
afford.
got some yellers, but we'll see if we can get somebody to talk to us respectfully. We have a little bit of litter here. They got a handful of our brochures and
What are you
started
here
ripping
for?
them, damaged some property, but the police are on their way. Let's see if we can talk to somebody.
Have your own personal party. Have your own personal fucking party. Be a cameraman.
Hey guys.
Can you ask my question?
Yeah, we're here to take questions. We're out here.
Reals? Don't answer questions here! Wow, she's asking. I got a question.
Respectful dialogue.
What's wrong with him?
You think
He's part of your organization.
Well, we've got the other question.
Disrespect. This is fucking why y'all got a gay.
Right place for y'all. I'm sorry.
What's your question? Because we're
I'm sorry, man.
innocent human beings.
And guess what? You're whiteness. Fetus is white supremacy. Kill people with abortion, cigarettes.
Anything in this world.
White
One of your younger
supremacy
sisters
kills
got
more
raped.
trees.
Let's say a bad incident.
Kills
Bad
more
incident.
plants,
God
kills
forbid,
more
right?
animal life.
Are you gonna raise that child?
Me personally?
No. Are you gonna help raise that child?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
But I've got a question. What does that have to do? Respectfully,
other
what
one-
does that have to do with
I have a question.
killing
One more question.
Because that ties on with abortion.
Why
so basically
can't
I was
we
talking
be
to the other
in
one
here?
with glasses.
Why are we
She
separated
said,
from this?
well, everybody should raise that child. But the thing is not everybody can't raise that child. For example, where's the dude that said, oh, he paid more money to fund this shit? I'm like, of course I pay more money. In a society like that, people of color don't have money to raise a child.
White supremacy
Majority of people of color.
That could be a possibility, but what does that have to do, respectfully,
Right.
what does that have to do with justifying killing innocent human beings? 'Cause I agree, there's some awful situations. I agree. There's awful situations.
For the white privilege you
but
have, you would
why
know
are
at
we
least
using
some
those
basic
awful
type of science,
situations
dog. Like,
to justify killing
So if
innocent
you
human
died
beings?
and a fetus dies, it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Biologically.
Oh, even
But you're
like
not counting all the other aspects that tag along with that.
well, we can
Emotional,
talk about
spiritually, you don't know about all
sure,
that.
sure. Like I have
Why
more
you say
experience
sure?
because
You have experience.
I have more
And you still
life
can't educate
experience than
yourself,
say,
like-
who?
like say my little nephew who's just born like 3 weeks ago. Love that kid. He doesn't have any life
Obviously, right?
experience.
Obviously.
Zero. But that doesn't mean that if I die, it's more important
But no one ever
than
said
if he
that.
Do you have
dies.
kids?
So, but
you have
I'm
kids?
curious. What is? No, I don't.
Okay,
I've
so
got
you don't have more
siblings
experience than the mother.
Hmm?
So even though you're older, you have more experience than the
Oh
mother.
no, correct. But our experiences don't
So the
determine
age
our
difference doesn't
value.
matter.
Exactly. That's our point. Ageism
No,
doesn't
you were
matter.
speaking on that. You say you have more experience than little benefits a little.
And my point is, it doesn't matter. Sure, you and I have more experiences than younger kids, but it doesn't make us more valuable. So I've got to ask you, or your friend, like, how come you bring up these things as if they're justifications to kill innocent human beings? Does that make sense?
I have a question. Why are we separated from this? Why are we
Because see, as you can see over there,
If this is a
the
campus that we all
the
pay for,
brochures.
if this is a campus that we all pay for, why can't we be here? Why
For
are we
protection.
separated?
GoPro and
Because
Protection of what?
here, people they destroyed property
It's like a
and they
documentary.
destroyed the sign.
It's
So
not
some
property
of
when you're
some
giving it
of
away.
Y'all got this much time on
yeah,
y'all?
they stole from us. We didn't offer or give it.
So why do you
hang
guys
on.
have it?
Hang
Why do
on.
you guys have it to give away, don't you?
Hang on.
You guys have it to give it away, don't you?
Now you got
No.
Why
You
are
guys
you?
have those to give them away,
Why are
right?
you justifying
who's the captain?
destroying
Who's the
Huh?
head of this
It's
organization?
property when
Is
you're
it,
giving away.
is it because
Okay,
you're
so if I
for
give-
child killing?
Huh?
Is it because you're for child killing?
I'm not for child care. I'm for people having their own choice to do what they want.
With even if it comes to killing someone else.
So I
I
have a
don't
say
want
in
to
what you
assume.
do.
I don't want to assume, but is that what you're saying?
I have a say in what you do.
Oh, for sure, for sure. If I start assaulting somebody,
You can do
Not
whatever
gonna
the
do it.
fuck you want.
you would not stand up and say, "Hey, don't
Everybody
assault
can
them."
do what the fuck they want.
Really?
Yes.
So you believe that there should be no laws restricting anyone on what they can do?
Everybody has a right to do what they want, entitled to
we all know what
whatever
he's
they're
trying to
doing.
say.
Even rapists
I mean,
and
clearly you guys
child
don't have common
molesters.
sense, but okay.
Because you said
So you're
even if
telling
I
me that they could do
assaulted
it?
somebody, you said even if I had started assaulting somebody,
I
you would
said
say
that
you do
exact
you.
thing. I said that exact thing. That came out.
So-
That came out of my mouth.
Yes.
I
So-
said even if I assaulted somebody, I said that to you.
No, I asked. Even if I assaulted somebody, you said
So
yes.
I didn't say it.
You said yes
When did I say this?
when I said it. Now, so here's the question. Would you agree that rapists and child molesters should have a choice to do what they want?
Her body, her
Rape is
choice.
a child. Why is it called rape? Tell me.
What do you mean?
What my point is to you is that you're here to share your opinion. These aren't facts. This is not something that somebody. Everybody has an opinion to do what they want.
A picture isn't an opinion. A picture is a reality.
Okay. Yes.
Their body, their choice.
But look,
So that's not my-
listen,
that's not my opinion.
listen around.
You're not listening or thinking very critically here. Because
Yeah, not
you
either.
said you didn't have a problem with child molesters or rapists doing what they want.
So
And I could be misunderstanding you here. I don't want to misunderstand you.
So right now, what you're
So
trying to do
are
is
we?
you're just
Do we
trying to put
agree?
words in people's mouths.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Do we agree that we ought to restrict some people on what they do? Do we agree we ought to restrict some people on what they do?
Rephrase your question.
Do you?
Because
and I
you're
agree?
asking the question in a way that if I answer it one way and if I answer the other, it's still going to go towards you.
Well, I hope to be that the logic follows that if we
The thing that
restrict
I know you're
people's
doing
bodies,
is you're phrasing questions in a way that is going to look good for you guys and not us.
I would hope so. I would hope so because we have logic and reasoning on our side. So if I ask you a question and I see you,
All the questions you're going to ask are
you
going to be
see the logical
towards you
conclusion.
guys.
Well, because logic and reason's on our side. So if you answer yes, we should restrict some people in what they do with their bodies, you know that you've put yourself in a trap. That you cannot say that we should restrict people in what they do, and before abortion, because every reason we have to restrict people on what they do is because it's harming someone else. It's a rapist and a child molester. They're harming someone else, and we both stand against that and say no. I think you recognize that. You seem intelligent enough to recognize. You and I, we recognize that it's
Why
wrong.
are you speaking for me?
Well, I'm assuming you could correct me if I'm wrong.
So
But I
so just
assume that we're both on the
you love
same-
to assume then.
I assume some basic things, like I assume a lot of people here, most people here are against rape. I assume that, and I think it's a safe thing to assume. If anybody disagrees,
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been raped? Have you ever been raped? So then why the fuck is this up here? Huh? People get pregnant from getting raped. You want them to keep their fucking babies? You want to have a baby that was produced by rape on this fucking earth? How do you look at it? Let me ask you how the fuck you look at it.
The way I look at it. I gave you my full ear and you gave me yours and we had a moment there. But guess what happened? The truth is, people like me still are of less and less value. What else happened? Trump was elected president.
For some reason, this thing keeps shutting off.
Because it's very American. I felt more of it when I was my brother lived.